Jesus. Stop it. That was fucking beautiful. Oh. Oh my god, look who it is! I love her.
You know what's great, Sam, is that it was really authentic. You were very honest with us as well. We got to know you really quickly, and I think swallowed a great singer. Because, you know, the way you talk, it's like there's somebody else in you. Thank you very much. Okay, I know how this is going to go, but we're going to do it. Heidi.
I mean, you're really special. Yes, 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 yes.
You've got 3 years since you're through to the next one.
Standing ovation? My boy's... Oh my god, he's crazy. Can everybody continue fucking dying, please? Pathetic. Yeah, pathetic.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. A bit nervous, but I'm great. I'm excited.
Excited. What's your name?
My name is Win Starks.
Where are you from, Win?
I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota, but I live in Nashville, Tennessee currently.
Okay, so...
So, are you in Nashville because you want to be a singer?
Well, yeah, I've been doing music my whole life. You know, I sang as a kid. My mom played music through the house and sang, you know.
Is this something you've done
These two are easy
full-time,
to
or do you
do.
do something else with it?
Yeah, actually, I got laid off my job due to COVID, so it kind of forced me into music full time.
And what were you doing before?
I did hospitality, so I worked at a hotel.
And you decided to come on the show?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've taken a big step here, Win.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here.
Good for you. Tell me what you're going to sing and why you chose the song, Win, please.
Well, this song is actually an original song, and it's called Who I Am, and it talks about my journey, you know, and becoming Win Starks, and it was one of my brother's favorite songs, and I'm a twin, and recently actually lost my twin brother, so it's been really hard, and, you know, he was one of my biggest supporters, so to be here means everything to me. And I'm doing this for him.
I'm sorry to hear that. We all are. That's horrible.
I just want to do this and honor him, you know.
Okay, we're rooting for you. Good luck. What was your brother's name?
Okay.
Okay.
That was amazing. I'm so sorry for your loss. I know what that means. I lost my brother too, and I cannot even imagine what it is to lose a twin, because that bond has to be something unexplainable.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I love all the feeling that you gave to your song. I love your song, and I love that it was your song.
I loved it when you have such a different voice. The tone of your voice is so different in this song. Simon, how can we make this a hit? This song is so good. Also, the high notes, you were so free, just belting it out. It was so good. You're good. You're good, Win.
We always say every year, don't we? We see incredible people on this show, and now we've met you. And honestly, you're brilliant, Win. And we all saw, for obvious reasons, how emotional you were. Then you took a beat, and then that song, it was extraordinary. It really was. I think it was the perfect tribute to your brother, genuinely. And I think this could be a life-changing moment for you. I really hope. I know where this is going, but we have to do it. We're going to vote. Heidi.
Win, it's a big set. Yes for me.
Where this is going from here. We got 3 yeses. Congratulations. This was the best session I've ever done.
I loved it.
Sir, Terry Crew, what's your name?
Drake Milligan.
And I see you're going to be singing?
Yes, sir. I will be.
I'm Drake Milligan. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm a country music singer. I was a pretty normal Texas kid. I grew up a lot of hunting and a lot of fishing. My dad runs a scrapyard, and my mom's a veterinarian. Country household. When I was about 7, I was out eating with my family, and there was an exterminator at the restaurant. And I was enthralled. That's where I decided that I would be like Elvis. Well, it was cute at first. I'd go put on the jumpsuits. I was dyeing my hair black. It probably wasn't until one of the first times I got on stage and sang so many songs. I figured, man, this is something I can do. You know, I can pave my own way. And those guys are awesome. I've been watching America's Got Talent since I was a kid, and I really just dreamed as a kid of being up on that stage.
Hello, how are you? Well, how are you? Oh, very nice to meet you. Who are you? I'm Drake Milligan from Fort Worth, Texas.
No, ¿sabes?
Hey.
Ya, me levanto son, ya van como 4 pausas.
23. I'm guessing you're going to be singing today. Yes, sir, I will be singing.
Okay.
You're amazing. I don't know how you do it, Father.
Yo,
Now, I'm assuming that you gig around, I mean, the state or the country. Well, I'm based out of Nashville now. I've been recording my own songs here
porque
lately.
salí como el
And
día
I've been
9,
all
creo que
over
fue.
making
El día
stories,
20
telling lies.
de noviembre.
Yep. Out of interest, how many roughly new artists get signed in Nashville per year, do you think? It's not very many. It's not, is it? So you think this is the platform to showcase your talent best? Absolutely. Back in the day, Elvis had the Ed Sullivan show, right? Yep. The Beatles did too, and and I see this kind of on the same scale of that, almost bigger.
No, mentira. Sí. El día 20, como el día 20 o el día 18 de diciembre, de noviembre. Okay.
Say.
Tomamos. Igual, para mí yo también.
Sounds like something I do. I never had a reason, girl, to go around looking for a fire who won't live by me. Ain't no one somebody real and all I want to. I ain't gonna sit down and listen to Yo! Oh my god! Second fact of nature, our shoes are indestructible. Oh my god! Look at that! Oh my god! They're kind of fireproof! Look at that! I feel funny!
When he drove over, I feel very confident that the steel toes in these shoes will protect my toes.
Rubber soles, 10 out of 10 for indestructibility.
Well, as you guys can see here, I passed that nail test. I was standing right on those nails.
What can I say? The steel toe appears to be the real deal. My foot fully protected the territory. Oh, no! This is unbelievable!
We literally tried everything we could to get nails in these rubber soles. I guess that's why they call them.
And it's gold, right?
Each indestructible shoe
Oh,
comes
no
with protective
fucking
steel
way.
toe caps, additional shockproof layer, and
acupuncture midsole and an anti-rubber sole to help you prevent foot pain in the first place and give you the comfort you need to get the job done. And they look as fashionable as ever before. Not catwalk fashionable, but very nice looking for casual shoes and work shoes if you ask me. If you're still on the fence about ordering your pair, consider this. Over 7,000 people have publicly stated how industry... This
And it was really, really good as well. It was really authentic. That's what I liked about it. Because I know so much about her. Well, listen, for me, a good song is a good song, and everything works in today, and you're very likable. We haven't got to know the rest of you yet, but I'm sure you are. They are. Okay. Right, we're going to vote. Howie, yes. That means you got 4 yeses. Congratulations.
What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. Today we're going over how to play Citrine, the newest Warframe added to the game, and a very powerful Warframe, honestly. We'll be going over her synergies with weapons, how you can use her against high-level enemies, and, what you can provide to your team as this character. Before we get into it, though, make sure you check out the live stream channel. We do live streams almost every day, and make sure you go to this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads, making sure we keep up to date with those newest updates. All right, so Citrine, she is going to be coming. The parts of her will drop from your defense. You can also technically just buy her from the market if you don't want to be flying around in circles as titanium. So as far as the abilities, the passive is actually pretty powerful. And just a reminder, this frame was basically made by DE in like 3 weeks, it seems like. So she's very well designed for coming out in 3 weeks. But as far as the passive, she grants herself and allies 5 health regen per second. Picking up a health orb increases the regen by 0.1 up to a maximum of 25 health regen per second. Very powerful passive for normal level content. As enemies don't deal a ton of damage at lower levels. We combine it with other abilities. That small amount of health regen goes a long way, especially when stacked with other types of health regen. So, pretty powerful passive. This skill orbs for permission too. And one of her abilities makes health orbs drop. So you're going to get this stacked up relatively fast if you're playing her right. The first ability is called Fractured Blast. And what this will do is you basically throw some gems at the enemies. And, we'll just show it in the simulator. It's going to make it where the enemies that die, affected by this debuff, are going to be giving you health orbs and energy orbs with a % chance to drop. The % chance to drop goes up with strength. It will also cause a small amount of damage on the enemy, as you can see right here. It doesn't last super long, but when they have the gem line cut above their head, they're taking a slash proc. And of course, if you were to kill them, they will drop. They will potentially drop orbs in the area. So debuff and then kill. And as you saw right there, those guys, we actually got kind of lucky. With our build, since we don't have a ton of power strength, that chance is going to be a guaranteed health orb drop, but only a 45% energy orb drop. So if you really, really stack a ton of strength, you can get guaranteed orbs for every kill. But if you run Equilibrium mod, this basically turns health orbs into energy orbs anyway, so it's double duty on the orbs pretty much. Doesn't deal a ton of damage, but as far as support goes, this is a way you can support your teammates by giving them tons of orbs, tons of health orbs, tons of energy orbs, and things like that. The damage of this ability is nothing to write home about. You're basically mining for strength on this to get more orbs to drop. And as you can see, 114% energy health orb drop. So that's a guaranteed health orb with a 14% chance for 2 health orbs. So very nice there. And this is actually a very quickly ability. So as far as shield getting is concerned, if you throw out like natural talent and some casting speed shards, you can shield gate over and over and over again. And I'll just quickly show you how that works. If you don't know how shield getting works, basically when you have an entire shield, like your entire shield bar is full, and then you get shot by an enemy and it breaks the shield, you can, if you get your shield back instantly, you will be able to get 2 seconds of invincibility over and over again. They're actually paused right now, so let's unpause them. So this is just how this can work. This can work on any frame if you can do it right. Shield gate, shield again, shield gate. Shield gate. Okay, well, I technically did it wrong there, but yeah, you can do that over and over again as long as you're paying enough attention. So, yeah, that's pretty nice for our first ability. Keep in mind that is also her helmet ability, but the numbers on the helmet ability are nerfed. So instead of a 50% health orb drop chance, it's like a 25%, and instead of a 20% energy orb chance and a 10% chance. So you're going to jam a ton of strength. You're basically not going to get any energy orbs from it. So at least a good shield getting ability as far as Helmet's concerned. Move on to the next ability here. We got Preserving Shell, another support type ability. Casting this will make herself and nearby allies have damage reduction, which scales with strength. With a little bit over 200% strength, you get 90% damage reduction right off the bat. Another thing about this is kind of nice is that getting kills or assists will actually increase the damage reduction. So if you're not, let's say you don't have enough strength to get to 90 right away, getting some kills will get you to 90, and then if you recast the ability again, you will keep that 90% DR that you snapshot previously. So this is not a health build really right now, but let's just see. We'll have a couple of these gunners. Let's get like 2 of them, and let's see if we can health tank with this ability up. It's 90% damage reduction, as I said. So use that, and we have a little bit of health regen built in. We're 81% damage right now. So honestly, not that bad for just initially having that much damage reduction. And there's her signature sight, the Corville. Actually, a pretty nice weapon. I'll have a ribbon rolling video and a build guide on that coming up very soon. So yeah, this gives 90% damage reduction to you and your teammates. Well, I have 6 different builds for you today, and one of them is a health tank build using this ability. So very nice right there. Her third ability is a little bit more confusing. It's going to be basically I'm going to call it like a status turret. You throw out this gem, and it's going to shoot at enemies and cause procs on them. Cold, heat, electric, and toxin procs. If you already have damaged the enemy. If you have not damaged the enemy, this ability does basically nothing. Well, I guess technically it does give you a status chance and status duration buff, but that's only when you're nearby the crystal. So this will also work for your teammates, of course, too. It'll give them a status chance and status duration buff. Very good for weapons like the Cuban Core or other status proc guns, just to get lots and lots of status chance. Like you will be overloaded on status chance. So we throw the gem out, and as you can see, it's doing literally nothing to these enemies right now. And after you throw the gems in them, now it's like, okay, now it wants to shoot them with its procs. As you can see, lots of procs on them. Use a weapon conditioner mode like her special sight. It gives you tons and tons of damage. You can debuff them, soften them up, and there you go. Crystal. This ability does basically nothing. With a little bit of, move on to the next ability here. We got Preserving Shell, another support type ability. Casting this will make herself and nearby allies have damage reduction, which scales with strength. With a little bit over 200% strength, you get 90% damage reduction right off the bat. Another thing about this is kind of nice is that getting kills or assists will actually increase the damage reduction. So if you're not, let's say you don't have enough strength to get to 90 right away, getting some kills will get you to 90, and if you recast the ability again, you will keep that 90% DR that you snapshot previously. So this is not a health build really right now, but let's just see. We'll have a couple of these gunners. Let's get like 2 of them, and let's see if we can health tank with this ability up. It's 90% damage reduction, as I said. So use that, and we have a little bit of health regen built in. We're 81% damage reduction right now. So honestly, not that bad for just initially having that much damage reduction. And there's her signature sight, the Corville. Actually, a pretty nice weapon. I'll have a ribbon rolling video and a build guide. So yeah, this gives 90% damage reduction to you and your teammates. I have 6 different builds for you today, and one of them is a health tank build using this ability.
Will you be my friend? Citrine wanted Belric and Rania to be together. In her!
Dignity, okay. Dignity at all times.
Okay. Just need the receiver and the handle. Okay. 150 to 50, okay.
Be great. Do great things.
So, very nice right there. It's a little bit more confusing. It's going to be basically, I'm going to call it a status turret. You throw this gem, and it's going to shoot at enemies and cause procs on them. Cold, heat, electric, and toxin procs. If you already have damage, if you've not damaged enemy, this ability does basically nothing. Well, I guess technically it does give you a status chance and status duration buff, but that's only when you're nearby the crystal. So this will also work for your teammates, of course, too. It'll give them a status chance and status duration buff. Very good for weapons like the Cuban Core other status prop guns just to get lots and lots of status chains. Like, you will be overloaded on status chains. So we throw the gem out, and as you can see, it's doing literally nothing to these enemies right now. And we throw the gems at them, now it's like, okay, now we want to shoot them with its procs. And as you can see, lots of procs on them. Use a weapon condition overload, like her special sight, it gives you tons and tons of damage. So you can debuff them, soften them up, and there you go, orbs are dropping. You can kind of see the support playstyles continue to play. Speaking of support abilities, that's what our fourth ability is going to be. It's going to be called Crystallize, and it's got a really, really long cast time, but it's worth it for what you get out of this ability. So you cast it, and it releases these crystal waves that chase down enemies, and once it hits an enemy, it will, if they don't have overguard active, it will freeze them in place and create this gigantic crystal. Shooting that crystal will give you guaranteed red crit with weapons. And when I say that, I mean, yeah, actually guaranteed red crit with weapons. If you look at the weapon I have equipped right now, I have a 1% crit chance weapon equipped in my primary slot. 1% crit chance, 3 times crit multiplier. So this thing never normally gets crits. But since we are playing Citrine, we shoot the crystal, that 1% crit chance becomes 300% crit chance. And as you can see, massive crit multiplier 14.6. We're basically getting like 45 damage worth of a little bit of one trigger roll with Citrine using the full. It's one of the craziest guns for her. But as I said earlier, if there's an enemy with overguard like a Thrax, they will not get frozen, but they will still get the crystal placed on them, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and show the score for some here with no ability. 14 after 15. Speaking of support abilities, that's what our fourth ability is going to be. It's going to be called Crystallize, and it's got a really, really long cast time. But it's worth it for what you get out of this ability. So you cast it, and it releases these crystal waves that chase down enemies, and once it hits an enemy, it will, if they don't have overguard,
yeah, because this doesn't, I mean, unless I'm just like, it's percentage, right? Okay.
Shooting that crystal will give you guaranteed red crits with weapons. And when I say that, I mean, yeah, actually guaranteed red crits with weapons. If you look at the weapon I have equipped right now, I have a 1% crit chance weapon equipped in my primary slot. 4 upwards. 1% crit chance is 3 times crit multiplier. So this thing never normally gets crits. But since we are playing Citrine, we shoot the crystal, that 1% crit chance becomes 300% crit chance. And as you can see, massive crit multiplier 14.6. We're basically getting like 45 damage worth of moment in a 1 trigger roll with Citrine using this 4 upwards. It's one of the craziest guns for her. But as I said earlier, if there's an overguard like Thrax, they will not get frozen.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we can also place on the crystal too to give us more status chance and status duration. As you can see right there, that guy's still moving around with a crystal on him. You get the crystal like basically correctly to get. There's the red crit right there. So there's lots of things you can do synergy-wise on Citrine. For example, the Phantasma Prime, one of the newest Prime weapons in the game, has pretty good crit damage, but not that much crit chance. On Citrine, Phantasma Prime does crazy damage and lots of red crits too. So yeah, if you use weapons with low crit chance and high crit damage, you can become like a DPS god. Of course, those crystals, your teammates use those crystals, make them get guaranteed red crits too. So let's start going over the build and what kind of synergy you can go for here on Citrine. Now, as far as shards, we have multiple casting speed shards and multiple power strength shards because her casting speed is terrible. That was a natural talent and casting speed shards right there. So we know how to build. We've got a good amount of strength, so we can get basically guaranteed we got equilibrium, picking up that health orb makes it give energy and vice versa, and drug gives you health. She actually can pick up health orbs even when she's not low health, so that's pretty nice. You get tons and tons of energy with her. We want a good amount of range, so our turret can cover a big area. We want to have a good amount of range, so we can also make sure our teammates are getting hit. Actually, it's really good to be range. So range doesn't really affect the second ability very much. But it's very useful for first ability to make sure you debuff enemies, and the fourth ability to make the targeting range for the 4 events. So you don't need too much range in her, but for certain builds, you're going to have biggest things here are strength, duration. Of course, you get so many orbs, you don't need efficiency. So you can go for wide range. We got 3 respite, 1 auger mod, and we got 2 auger mods in our pistol to fully shield gauge by casting 1. Very, very quick cast back. I know we have arcane blessing on here. That's what people arcane blessing is very nice. As you cast it, more helpful you pick up the more health you guys get. Consider with arcane blessing. The more you pick up, the more maximum health you get. We are at level 10,000 missions, though this is not. It's not level like upgraded up this with our crystals. Full armor strip, guaranteed red crits. You can kill 3 high-level enemies.
I think intent is what I
Not
want.
to mention all this finish. The amount of weapons she's synergistic with is very, very nice. I'd also recommend running Prime Flow on her edge. There's 180 at base. And if you're running wide range, your multiple is also 150. This will be fully shield gauge. Full shield gauge with the longer mod for the pistol and the president. That's so cool. So of course you have multiple teammates with the president. Well, we got next build. We got Nourish shield gating. We use the Nourish ability from Grendel, and this one's going to make it where you can increase viral damage. There's no energy there, but this will give you even more energy from picking up those orbs, as well as giving you more viral damage. Would be nice shooting that crystallized area. As far as the health tank, though, this is the one that I think is one of the most chill and easy for low levels. The Arcane Blessing and Multiply Dimension. Of course, you could go for energy if you're running out of energy or something. But yeah, also, this is an upper form of another build with no upper form. If you're an upper form of this, not run steel charge, you can run other things. This is the health tank build. Right? So the one has a level 10,000 I guess. Of course, I forgot to unpause them. And what kind of synergy you can go for your on stream. Now, as far as charge, we have multiple casting speed shard and multiple power strength shard. That's our casting speed shard. Now, with natural talent and casting speed shard. With the no health build, we've got a good amount of strength. Basically guaranteed health form. We got every else picking up that health form makes you get energy and vice versa. As you're up into health, she actually can pick up health form even when she's not low health, so that's pretty nice. Intelligence on energy with her. We want a good amount of range, so our turret can cover a big area. We want to have a good amount of range. So we also make sure actually it's infinity range. So range doesn't really affect the second ability very much, but it's very useful. The first ability makes sure you keep up enemies, and the fourth ability is to make the targeting range for the 4. So you don't need too much range in her, but for certain builds. And it's got really, really long cast time, but it's worth it for what you get out of this build. So you cast it, and it releases these crystal waves that chase down enemies, and once it hits an enemy, it will, if they don't have Wonder Guard active, it will freeze them in place and create this gigantic crystal wave. Shooting that crystal will give you guaranteed red crits with weapons. And when I say that, I mean, yeah, actually guaranteed red crits with weapons. We look at the weapon I have equipped right now. I have a 1% crit chance weapon equipped in my primary slot, 4 upgrades. 1% crit chance, 3 times the weapon. So this thing never normally gets crits. But since we are playing Citrine, we shoot Crystal, that 1% crit chance becomes 300% crit chance. And as you can see, massive crit multiplier 14.6. We're basically getting like 45 damage worth of bullet in one trigger bullet with Citrine using the sport. It's one of the craziest guns for her. But as I said earlier, if there's an enemy with overguard or grabs, they will not be frozen, but it will still let the crystal place them. It's pretty nuts. Let's go ahead and show the spoilers up here with no help. Okay, so we can also click on the crystal too to give us more status gem, that's status duration. As you can see right there, that guy's still moving around with a crystal on him. He gets the crystal basically directly to get them. There's the red crate right there. There's lots of things you can do synergy-wise on this tree. For example, the Phantasma Prime, or the Phantasma Prime up in the game, has pretty good crit damage, but not that much crit chance. On Citrine, the Phantasma Prime does crazy, crazy damage and lots of red crits too. So, yeah, you weapons with low crit chance and high crit damage, you can become like a DPS god. Of course, those crystals, your teammates shoot those crystals, makes them get guaranteed red crits too. Let's start going over the build and what kind of synergy you can go for here on Citrine. Now, as far as shards, we have multiple casting speed shards and multiple power strength shards because our casting is terrible. That was with natural talent and casting speed shards. So for the no helmet build, we've got a good amount of strength, so we can get basically guaranteed health orb. We've got equilibrium, so picking up that health orb makes it get energy and vice versa. Energy orb gives you health. She actually can pick up health orbs even when she's not low health, so that's pretty nice. We get tons of energy with her. We want a good amount of range, so our turret can cover a big area. We want to have a good amount of range. So we also make sure our teammates are getting hit. Actually, this is affinity range. So range doesn't really affect the second ability very much, but it's very useful. The first ability makes sure you can keep up enemies, and the fourth ability is to make the targeting range for the 4 set. So you don't need too much range in her, but for certain builds, you're going to want range in her. Biggest things here are strength, duration. Of course, you get so much more, but you don't need efficiency. So you can go for blind range. We got green breastplate, one auger mod, and we got 2 auger mods in our pistol to fully shield gate by casting her 1 very, very quick cast time. I know we have Arcane Blessing on here. That's just because Arcane Blessing is very nice with her as her passive, or an elbow to pick up the more you guys you get. It's a simple situation with Arcane Blessing. The more you pick up, the more maximum health you get. As far as level 10,000 missions, though, this is not the best one. You probably want to do something more like this with Helmet. We've got Terrify from Necros, giving us the armor strength. We also got Creeping Terrify against enemies. Slow it down. So the combination of this with our crystals, full armor strip, guaranteed red crits, you can kill.
Oh, this is where it's at. Interesting.
All this dead is the amount of weapons she's synergistic with is very, very nice. I also recommend running Prime Flow on her as she only has 180 energy at base. And if you're running blind range, your forward blows cost like 150 energy. So this will be fully shield gate. Full shield gate with the Walker Mod pistol and the rest. That's solo. Of course, we have multiple teammates with Breeze Rest, then you can do that differently as well. We got to the next build. We got Nourish shield gating. We use the Nourish ability from Critical, and this one's going to make it where you get increased viral damage.
I'm not
This has no armor strip to be fair, but this will give you even more energy from picking up those orbs, as well as giving you more viral damage, which would be nice, shooting that crystallized area. As far as the health tank build, this is one that I think is one of the most chill and easy for low levels. The Arcane Blessing and both augmented. Of course, you could go Arcane Energizing if you're running on energy or something. But yeah, also, this is an underperform of no underperform. If you were to underperform with this, you could, not run steel charge, you could run other things. Let's look at you on the health tank build once again, some heavy guns who's fighting. Alright, so one of the level 10,000 gameplay as well. Against the Grunts. Of course, I forgot to unpause them again. So as far as what I recommend that you get her, is she worth getting? I think she is worth getting, actually. She's not going to be replacing Wisp, of course, but I mean, this is pretty nice right here. I'm health taking this relatively well. Of course, I can just freeze these guys solid and just one-shot them. But I want to show you how the health tank wins. So yes, Warframe is pretty hilarious with her. Some other weapons that are hilarious with her, I use, like I said, Quellor, the Babonico, the one I will show you the footage today. This is any good weapon. Now, you have to directly hit the crystal. Here's another over here, Mark for Death. I haven't heard about that ability in a while, have you? So, once you crystallize an enemy, you can use Mark for Death on them to transfer the whatever slash proc they have in an area. So that will be very nice with her crystallize. We'll just quickly show that as well, just an example of it. I'm not going to show extensive gameplay every build. We have 6 different builds. I'll be showing extensive gameplay of the Terrify build. You can do level 10,000 with the Terrify build twice. You cast crystallize. And then we have Mark for Death. And that should transfer the slash proc to all, though it didn't work the way I wanted it to. We're going to do it again. Okay, well, that was a kind of big slash proc. It's supposed to transfer gigantic slash proc, but it doesn't feel like doing it today, apparently. So, Mark for Death is still a kind of janky ability. Try it one more time. Right. It didn't want to work. Okay, well, either way, you can transfer the slash proc with Mark for Death. I wouldn't really recommend it that much, but it is technically a thing that you can do. Like that, Mark for Death does stun overguard the enemy. And the final build is a build where it's really tough. You either do Coil or Mag, you can do Snare and Fora, Fire's Coil Horizon, I guess you could try that too. But the one I'm using right now is Cold. I've used this build too much, so I don't say I fully recommend it yet, but I've tested out these 4 builds the most. No Helmet, Armor Strip, Nourish, and Tank. The Mark for Death one is still experimental. It does work in the Simulacrum at least, but I haven't really thoroughly tested it. So let's get some level 10k gameplay on the screen, and we'll talk about, Citrine. Is she a must-have frame? Is she a passable frame? I'd say she's in between good and must-have. She's extremely nice for everyday gameplay missions. Her support abilities are relatively nice too. If you're actually playing her, she's not as lazy as Whip. I'll say that. She's not as lazy as Whip. You just place the most down, everyone's getting help. With her, it's like, the way she's helping is not as clear right away. Now, she does give the 90% DR to your host, which is nice. But yeah, the crystallized thing, it's going to really depend on what kind of mission you're on. My teammates are nowhere near me right now. I'm not helping them at all. With Wisp, you'd be like, okay, you place the motes down, they're carrying those motes around as long as the duration lasts. For Citrine, it's like they have to be nearby you pretty much to get support. significant support from the status chance on the crystal, from getting the guaranteed red crits from your crystallize, and basically like getting energy ones to drop, and the DR protect. So she does a good amount of support things if you think about it, and health regen from her passive. But I just feel like Wisp is more powerful most of the time, giving you an increased player rate buff, giving you a movement speed buff, which is very nice for missions like this, getting from point A to point B. Her buffs are more things that are like powerful at lower levels. Besides the stash 10 stash, stash hits of restoration and guaranteed red crits, those are great at high levels too. But at the same time, you know, like she's more for fun. I think she's more fun than Wisp. But Wisp has more powerful abilities. For example, Wisp is invisible while airborne. That's kind of crazy. That's what a Wisp passive. Invisible while airborne. Citrin's passive is like meant for like low level missions, for like health tanking and stuff. So if you use that Umbral health tank build, I mean it's like you can base tank the steel path with that Umbral health tank build. Eventually it will fall off, but that's the same thing with every Umbral health tank. Even Anaros gets one shot like 100 levels in. So that's one of the reasons I put Rolling Guard on that health tank build is because you want, at least for like status procs, if you get status procs, you're gonna want to like knock that status proc off with Rolling Guard or something like that. So right here, I could have definitely survived right there if I would have used her one level, because I would have shielded you, but I wanted to kill that Phoenix. So you know, level 10k enemies are gonna kill you basically one bullet, so you gotta be careful about that. But yeah, you know,
Asado, plátano, no hay sopa, no, yo con el agua hirviendo.
Okay.
No, lo come así asado.
Don't rush her class. I'm really excited about it. I like her better. I think she's better than Garuda, technically. Garuda's invisibility frame, but Garuda didn't really do too much for her teammates. Garuda's support for her team was giving status procs and giving like warp drops with like cast fun. That's what Citrine does, just much better. Basically guaranteed orbs, now you have to get the kill yourself, and also she's going to give you advantage chance with that duration buff, and her crystal turret will give you 4 extra procs as well. The crystal turret doesn't really kill stuff unless they're armor stripped, especially at like a level like this. The crystal turret will never kill anything at this level. It's just standing still for a long time. So as far as the build in this footage, I'm going to just quickly flash the Monaco build and the Glaive build on the screen just in case you guys want to see those. Now they are using ribbons just to
¿Quién quiere que te lleve para el huevo? El vino, ¿verdad? ¿Te lo va a comer?
Sí.
Ah, dime sí o no.
Sí.
I wouldn't say that she's like a meta upgrade for level 10k at all. She just might be goofing off his friends like Zaku and Ash and all that for level 10k. Alright, so for the Monaco build, you're running a fire build with basically tons of runs. Cleanse Vernier is not useful against max enemies, so didn't really do much there, but Vernier can't make it. This can kill level 10,000 enemies. That had stacks or whatever. I was actually using dexterity in the video, so whenever I got glaive kills, it would give me stacks of damage for my Monaco, but I actually didn't like that. I probably would have gone with Deadhead at the end. And here's the glaive build. I have an initial combo ribbon for the glaive, so this can still one-shot level 10,000 enemies. So if you don't have this, you could probably do one to get something like that. Maybe just put like a main mod on there or something. Technically, we're losing on some damage from a main mod there. But yeah, initial combo, 3x build can kill level 10k. And same for the Serrata. If you find the Corpus, same thing, same type of build, but just use the Serrata instead of the Glaive. It doesn't guarantee toxic proc instead of a guaranteed slash proc. And yeah, you will literally one-shot level 10,000 Steel Path Corpus with a build like this. So, yeah. Hope you guys found a video fun and helpful. Let me know about some tree builds you use in the comments down below. I have some other ideas, and I want to talk about that one a little bit more. But yeah, bring some content. Oh, by the way, the 406 ribbon, I'm going to be trying the 406 for probably like the next couple days, like it's level 10,000. I see no reason why it's good for one-shot level 10,000, especially with a ribbon like this. With 14.6 multiplier and red crit blinding, good chance multiple times. Really great data multiple times, so it's pretty nasty. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Appreciate the support. Take it easy. Peace!
Never liked that line. Garbage rhyme.
What's good, folks? It's like Warframe here with a new Warframe video, coming at you with a look at the newly released Warframe Citrine. Citrine is a Warframe that is all about crystals and geodes, basically fancy rock stuff, so a rock version of Gara. In this video, I will go over her kit, her rating, and how well she fits into Warframe. Starting off with what her role is in Warframe. She is a utility support, all about providing allies with health and energy, while also crowd controlling enemies, increasing damage done to them, and providing allies with an additional source of elements, boosting their damage even more if they're using mods like Condition Overload or Galvanized Condition Overload. At max level, she has 250 armor, 180 energy, 405 health, and 75 shields. They could have given us 6 less shields and 50 more health for an amazing beam. Come on, TE, you're this close. You farm her by doing the new game mode called Mirror Defense on Tiana's Pass. It's a time-based defense where you hold the enemy back from destroying a big crystal while you gather small crystal floating around the map. Easily done by 2 crowd-controlled defensive frames and 2 Titanias flying around gathering things. Red crystal defense is on the linear side, and you go through a void interdimensional gate, gather more crystals to then defend the blue crystal on the Corpus side. And you just go and repeat that back and forth. Her parts drop on rotation C, and if you're unlucky with her drops, you can always buy her parts with the resource that's recorded in the mission, the vendor OTEC, or just buy her straight up from the market. Now, onto her kit. Let's begin with her passive. Her passive is visible on the bottom right corner of the screen, similar to frames like Nidus, Ruda, and Protea. This serves 2 purposes: to show her passive on the top half and her ability uptime on the bottom. Her passive grants her healing over time at 5 health per second. This healing over time increases every time she picks up a health orb at a rate of 0.1 and caps out at 25 health per second. She can pick up health orbs regardless of her health state, meaning you do not need to run synth fiber on your companion, and this synergizes really well with the mod Equilibrium for your energy income. This healing over time not only affects you, but your allies as well, as they also get healing over time when they're within the affinity radius. And her passive works in tandem with her first ability, Fractured Blast. This is what provides you with a buttload of health orbs, and not to mention energy orbs. Her first ability isn't for damage, even though you deal slash and impact while bleeding enemies with minuscule amounts of DP. What you're essentially doing is marking them for drops. This mark is displayed by a tiny crystal floating on the enemy's heads. As long as this crystal is present, once you or your allies kill these marked targets, they have a chance to drop health and energy orbs. Health orbs have a higher drop rate. What's even better is that this drop rate scales with ability strength. This is also a small crowd control, as it staggers enemies with its impact procs. Fractured Blast is also her helmet ability. It feels like TE really has taken a liking with energy management abilities, as seen with the recent releases and reworks. You know, Nourish, Haruna's third ability, and now Citrine. I want you to think about that. Her second ability, Preserving Shell. This is a damage reduction ability that applies to you and allies, and the only ability that doesn't fit her in her kit. I'll explain why. You activate this ability to give you a baseline damage reduction that scales with power and only goes up if enemies are killed while this ability is active, and it caps out at 90%. Only if you alone keep up with kills, and it will drop down if you're slow with kills. It is duration based, so with moderate duration, it feels like it doesn't even exist, and she can't be bothered with so much duration if she has to sacrifice essential mods like range, power strength, and utility. So if you go in on duration, then an essential stat has to be sacrificed, or you're going to need additional mods to balance things out. Also, this damage reduction isn't reliable due to her need to keep up with crowd control so she can deal damage. And her 3 abilities, excluding her first, all have horrible animations, meaning they take too long to cast. As you're activating the abilities, you're getting shot at. And this horrible animation speed is what also hinders the upkeep of her second ability. Not to mention, this animation speed also feels slow with natural talent, and only starts to feel smoother when you add Battle-Rise power transfer into the mix. It may seem functional in a group setting, but horrible so. If this ability wasn't duration based and gave you a moderate baseline that doesn't scale with power strength,
como en esta producción con paso yo por dentro, como cicatrices que me sanan el tiempo, como entiendo que lo nuestro no se termina, como todo sin compasión por dentro, como cicatrices.
Ahí voy.
Think you so smart, but see how I take a whole sector just for me, none for you. Smart, smart me, yes.
Junior, si esto se calienta, se pone malo. ¿Qué fue?
En el salto eres una experta. Que por te camino a comerte como si fuera una ese cabrón que te ha hecho venirte. Son las 6 AM, sigue despierta. Yo sé que yo te pise en mí, deja la puerta abierta. Dice que su punto es el clic. La baby no se cansa, chingamos tanto que parece que estamos a revivir. Cristales ahumados, nadie nos está viendo. Vamos por el tercero y uno para la lluvia. Haciendo mis posiciones que puedo hacer lo que sé. Ah, ya. Voy a dar una vuelta por ahí, yo. Que voy a dar una vuelta por ahí. Ok. Me siento malo si no estás aquí. Con ganas de llamarte y decirte quiero china. Dame 25. Quiero llevarte a mi cuarto.
I'm back. I'm bringing Cassie back, bitch. What's good, bitch? What you trying to run into? When you want to play something, you know.
Apex.
I bet.